Hey everybody, this is the long-awaited second half of the bottle filter. There. It's been in use ever since I made the first video. As you can see, it is very well seasoned. And there's the hose. It connects it to the trickle sponge. And as you can see, this is also well seasoned. And what I ended up doing was, instead of using the plastic piece with the drilled holes, I just cut a hole in the sponge and stuck the hose right inside. It holds the entire container in place, as well as inserts the water directly into the sponge. And it comes up through the holes. And now I'm going to show you another attachment. What you're going to need is biomedia, ceramic rings, sponge, polyhedral pad, and you'll see the use for this in a minute. And you're also going to need sand. And you're going to want this as fine as possible. So what you can do is take some sand like this, then just put it into a net. All the big stuff will remain in the net, see? And this is the finer stuff, and you can put it inside your container. And that will be in the first level. And what this will do is it will polish your water, because it's already been cleaned through the bottle filter. So you go ahead, after you've rinsed it, and you put it in here, tap it down. Now you must be thinking, oh, the brother one missed one step or few. No, I didn't. These are all made from your disposable Tupperware type storage food containers. And what you want to do is you want them to sit one on top of the other, like this. And you're going to have to connect it. But what you do is you take your first container and you tape it like so, and you get yourself a pen, and then you're going to want to just outline, roughly, just outline. And what you're going to want to do is you want to cut out this portion here to where it sticks out just a little bit. See? Just a little bit. And then, once that's done, you go ahead and you drill in, or you go ahead and you make holes in here. And I'll show you that right now. Okay, so what you're going to want to do, just take off the cover, because you're going to set that aside, because you're going to need that in a little bit. But you want to be able to see, what you're doing. So I found that it's the easiest way is to use a torch like this and a screwdriver or something that can handle the heat. And you just heat it up. See? Carefully, you aim the flame away from you because you don't want to burn yourself like an idiot. Not that I have done it. But yeah, basically you do it like that. You make as much holes as you want, depending on how fast you want the water to flow through, and that's all determined by the strength of the power head you're using. Okay. So what you're going to want to have also is some type of elbow plastic piece like this, because what you're going to do is you're going to put a hole in here, and this is going to go through like this. And you're going to want to make sure you anchor it really well, because you're going to want this to be waterproof here, because this is going to snap on tight. Okay, and then you're going to have the sand in here that's going to trickle through here, and you thread the hose through that. And depending on the type of outflow on your power head, you might want to, this is all DIY. The one I'm going to use happens to be square, so I took a square plastic piece and I attached it to the end of this hose. Okay, now like I said, you're going to want to cut so that it fits. The portion above is connected to the cover of the container that's going to be directly below it, and all of this here is not necessarily mistakes. Through trial and error, I found that eventually that this configuration for the power head that I have is the optimal flow from this is the sponge compartment. This is going to be your second level, and the water will trickle through the sand, and you have the hose like how it's underneath here. And it snaps on just like that. Now you want to make sure that you see in here, you want to make sure that there's a little bit of room between the sponge and the bottom of the container here, just so you have a bit easier and smoother flow of water. Okay, and you can, if you want, I prefer to, and you take some kind of scrubber type material or maybe pinky floss or something, and you just cut it to shape, and this will kind of keep the sand in place and more in a compact condition, so that it will be even that much more of a polisher. See? See? And that's how and the water will go right in through there. You see that? Through the sand, through the holes, through the sponge. And the last compartment is going to be your biomedia here. See? And it all Snap together. Now it's all one piece. Water flows through the sand, gets polished because, like I said, it's already been through the bottle and filter itself. Then water is put into here, through there, goes through the sand, and that floss that you see here, that's to keep the sand from going through the hole and falling through from this container to this container. So you're going to need that to keep the sand in this container only, but enough porosity that it will, freely let the water flow through. Go through the sponge, then it goes into here, and then there's holes all in through here, but it's only on the outside. So that way there's a little bit of water buildup in here, so that you can have your good bacteria build, and it will keep all of the biomedia moist, so that the good bacteria can establish itself. But not, it won't fill up to the point where anything will overflow. Okay, so I'm going to go on and touch it, and I'll be right back. I think there it is at work. So of course you're going to need something to sit it on or in, and this is just a top to a critic holder. And there's the power head that it's attached to. See, all nice and cycled, connected there. Like I said, goes from the first layer all the way through the filter itself, so the water's pretty much free of big debris. Goes in there, see that? Into a sponge, biomedia, see that? And into the ceramic rings. It comes at the bottom. It's quiet. Costs almost nothing to make. So please leave any comments, questions, or anything like that. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And thank you for watching my video. Aloha, Hawaiian Brian out.